now going into the summer, what are your plans now? You going back into with the Gauchos or?
So I tried to go back to the Gauchos, and it was different. I did well. I had a completely different child this year. Like I'm dunking now and all that pretty easily. Like I'm more comfortable dribbling. You know, I have like other moves that I've added. So we do that, but then we have like an early tournament or something, and then just like the rotation and all that. Like I wasn't really playing how much I wanted to, and then it was like I make one mistake or whatever, I'm coming out. So it wasn't like the same freedom kind of thing. And then once that rope get like short like that, it's hard to really, you know, kind of be yourself. So I ended up leaving there, and I went to play with a new AU team that was coming up at the time, Castle.
Okay.
So I went over there. I was kind of basically able. I was the best guy over there. I was able to kind of do what I want. And then so I had some good games definitely that summer. And you know, it also fueled my confidence more and more. I started getting some interest, no like offers or anything, and then this is kind of the start of me becoming like an AAU whore, to be honest. I hate to say it, but if we're being honest, you know, like that's really what happened.
Got you. So do you finish out the summer with Castle or you?
Nope. So I finished out the summer with what are they called? The Panthers. The Panthers.
New York Panthers?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Now I was playing with Temple Gibbs on that team.
Gibbs,
Yeah, Gianni, Ford, or whatever. Those are the backcourt. And then I forgot what first thing I played with them was in like some Big Apple basketball or something like that or whatever. We were playing in Baruch. I remember we played against Lightning, which was DeJour and Jesse and Demencio or whatever. And I think we beat them too. But so that was the first thing I played with them in, so I ended up leaving Castle. And then we played in a couple other things. I mean, it was good. This was different too, though. This was like, I was more so, way before I even knew like what it was. I was more so like 3-and-D kinda on this team. But it was good. And then this is my first time playing next to somebody who's like really known and like highly touted like that, like Temple or whatever. Because I don't know nothing about rankings. Like I don't know nothing about this.
Dang, sophomore year, you still ain't have a clue about.
I don't know nothing.
Who's supposed to be who or none of that.
I don't know anything. It's crazy.
But that's kind of good though, because you go out there like without like knowing, yo, this dude's supposed to be this dude, as opposed to some of these kids nowadays, they like, you know, your whole profile before they suit up against you and whatnot. So now do you finish out with the Panthers that year?
I finished with them.
Okay, so now how you feeling going into your junior year at Berkeley, and how does that junior year end up going?
Junior year, this is going into it was the most confidence I've had so far playing basketball and all that, because I finished that summer. I went to a Quinnipiac camp, and I played well or whatever. Everything was still interest at this time. I didn't know what in the world to do to get an offer. I don't know what you got to do to get an offer. You got to hold a gun to somebody or something. But so I played well, whatever, right? Did that, and then I went to like an open run kind of thing at Hofstra.
Yeah.
And I'm killing. Like dudes that's on the team, whatever, I'm killing. Dudes I'm getting stuff off the glass, like scoring, whatever. So I'm like, oh yeah, nah, I'm alright. Like, I'm cool. So going into that junior year, my dad really started putting pressure on my coach to like find a way to get me more like publicity or whatever, like in the city, just kind of get my name out there more, because I mean the conference small. So we played in a couple preseason tournaments, and it's my first time getting a write up on what's that blog they used to have?
NYC Hoops.
Yeah. So it's our first time getting a write up on there, and that things kind of went up from there. Like once I finally got on there, things definitely went up. And I had a really good game versus Cardozo in there, where like I was killing. The guy wild.
What preseason joint was this? This was a preseason or this was
it's a preseason tournament. I can't remember. I think it was in Queens though.
I think I know you. I think it might have been called Beacon or some.
Yeah, I think it's something like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I'm killing this joint, and then what you call it? Ron Niclario was like, yeah, you need to get out to school, or like you need to come play in the PSAL or something like that. And that's where I started trying to transfer. I was trying to go to Brooklyn Collegiate.
Yeah.
But I couldn't because like we signed a contract with Berkeley Carroll, and because they was like giving us like help with the tuition or whatever like that, like they were like, if you leave then you got to pay it all in full or something. So I was stuck.
Tough. So now you get through the preseason. How's the season? What's the season like?
So the first game of the season we played in some other term I can't remember. It was at man, what's that school in Harlem that's in PSA?
Wadley or Thurgood Marshall?
Yeah.
Okay.
Thurgood
That's where
Marshall.
Dementio was at.
Yeah. So we played there first game of the season. And I got a daily news article or something done to me for that game. So I was in the paper for that. I mean, that was dope. And then I think I only played like 8 games this year. So
and why was that?
Like right up until Christmas break. I end up the game before we get into Christmas break. I end up like hyperextending my knee or something like that. I landed on somebody and then tore like my meniscus, like fractured my fibula head. I think like partially tore my ACL or something. So I was done. At this point, I'm averaging like 24, and I felt like I didn't even turn up yet. Like I was just chilling because we were blowing teams out or whatever. Like people in our conference that year had nothing for us. Yeah. Like I mean, we was having to be respectful. Like I was barely playing the second half. Like so, I was just chilling or whatever, just waiting to kind of get to states. But then that happened. Season ended. So that's like my first like real big adversity moment I hit. That was hard. I still remember like the doctor saying like, yeah, like your season's over or whatever. I cried.
Man, oh man. Yeah. So that concluded your junior season now, and what is the timetable looking like now coming back from that injury?
So he said it was like 6 to 8 weeks. But this is right before Christmas, but I don't get surgery for like a month. So I don't get surgery until like January 20th or something like that. And I'm like 16 now or something. So then I finally get surgery, and what's crazy is that, I'm so stupid. I'm hard-headed or whatever. In 3 weeks, I was on the court. So like middle of February, because what I'm trying to do is come back to play the rest of my season. Like we still got games, it's still season goes until March, like first week or whatever. So I'm like, all right, I go in here, I do these workouts or whatever, this physical therapy. I'm like, I could be back in 3 weeks, like ready to play. So I'm on the court, like 3 weeks. I'm moving or whatever. And my physical therapy, granted, I don't know if it's because I was young or whatever, I did heal pretty well. And like in physical therapy, like I was telling them like, nah, like I need more weight, like we gotta go harder, like I was really moving it along. And then basically they didn't let me come back, obviously. But so season was a wash. My team ended up losing in the the championship or whatever. So I'm like, damn, like if y'all just let me play. We lost by like 1 or 2 too. It was close. But so that happens, and then we just go to AAU after that.
Are you healthy by the time AAU rolls around, or?
I feel healthy. I'm doing stuff as if I'm healthy. But what happened was, and it was a big blow to my confidence, is because I go to play for Sports U. But at this point, reclassifying is a big thing. A lot of people are doing it. My dad's hearing about it or whatever, so he wanted to look into it for me. So I go to Sports U, and I'm trying to play 17U because that's like my age group or whatever. Like that's where I'm at. I'm a junior, whatever. So this is supposed to be my last summer. So I'm trying to do that or whatever, and I'm doing everything I'm not supposed to be doing. I'm dunking, whatever. Like I'm chasing down, blocking people, all the stuff I'm playing. And then I go to the doctor for my checkup, and I'm thinking this is supposed to be the one that's like, all right, you're fully cleared or whatever. But then he was like, let's give it 3 more weeks. So that really took the wind out of my sails. And then it was hard after that. And then continuing with tryouts. I don't make 17U, or like they moved me to 16U, I guess, just because like I'm supposed to be reclassifying, kind of thing. But in my mind, I'm like, I haven't reclassified though. Like, I want to play 17s or whatever kind of thing like that. So I stayed with Sports U for, I think, one tournament we did Boo Williams, which, you know, that was good or whatever. A lot of people down there and things like that. We played well. I mean, I played well too, but I'm like, I haven't reclassified yet. Like, I'm not I'm still class 2015. Like, I'm not class 2016. I feel like I'm cheating. You know what I'm saying? Other dudes don't care, obviously. You know, you got dudes 19 playing 16, they don't care.
Nowadays, that shit's super normal.
Yeah, but back then, like, I don't know. Like, maybe I got integrity or something. I felt like I was cheating. So, I didn't want to do that no more. So, I ended up leaving Sports U. And then this is my first time I played with the Jayhawks.
Okay.
So, that's... Well, for the matter of fact, I'm lying. Let me pause. I went to the Wrens first.
Ren 17U?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm playing with Raleigh.
Okay.
And this is my first time. Now I'm a junior. This is my first time really start hearing about and understanding rankings or whatever. Like, we went to Houston, and before we played our first game, I'm looking over there at the court. I'm watching the game, and Dennis Smith Jr. just tried to jump from like the free throw line off 2 feet. Yeah, I'm like, yo, who was that? And everybody's like, yo, that's, you know, Dennis Smith Jr. or whatever. He's flying up the rankings this year, and that year is when he went from unranked to 5, like, or whatever. And I'm like, rankings, like, what y'all talking about? Like, what? Everybody in the country know him? Like, how y'all know him? Like, blah blah. So then we had a game too. We played Stackhouse Elite. I played against Brandon Ingram.
Mm-hmm.
I remember Trey Jefferson and them team was out there. Matter of fact, I seen Jaylen Brown. His team.
Yup, he was 2015 class.
I'm like, yo, who is this? And this is my first time. This is my first time playing AAU, but I'm on a circuit. Like, so all of other times before, I'm on independent stuff, whatever. I'm not really on a circuit. So we're on the Adidas circuit. Like, we in the gauntlet.
Right, the gauntlet.
So yo, I'm seeing these dudes from these other states and all that. Yo, I'm like, yo, why they jumping like that? Like, why? Yo, Jaylen Brown was built like a man back then, and he's jumping off left foot, jumping off right foot, jumping off 2, flying.
Yeah.
And mind you, he's already 6'6", 6'7", or whatever. He running the point or whatever, like doing whatever. So I'm like, yo, like, nah, this is different. This is what people said. Like, nah, AU was crazy. Like, it's really monsters out here. So yeah, I'm seeing all that. Like, I'm like, damn, like, I got a ways to go. And granted, you know what I'm saying, at this time, Raleigh was doing good for himself. Yeah. Of course, you know, he was known and things like that, but I could just going out there, like, it was a different animal.
Absolutely.